Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Janine. I'm from Steinbach, Manitoba, and today I'm going to be making a side dish for you guys. It's called creamy quinoa stuffed tomatoes. My family has really taken to eating quinoa in the last little while. We really enjoy it. It's a superfood, and if I can get the kids to eat it, all the better. My kids are used to trying new recipes quite frequently because I'm always testing new recipes for my blog, and they really like this one. They always rate things with their thumbs, and this one got 2 thumbs up and 2 toes up, so I hope you enjoy it. We're going to take the quinoa, 1 cup of quinoa, and we're going to cook it for a little bit of extra flavor. We're going to cook it in chicken stock. So we have 2 cups of chicken stock. Just give this a little stir. To this I'll add 2 teaspoons of minced onion, dried onion. The only reason I'm using the dried onion is because I didn't really feel like cutting up a little bit of onion just to get that little bit of onion flavor. So I'm just adding in some minced onion. It'll be cooked up and good by the time the quinoa is cooked. Give this a stir. Put that on the stove and get the quinoa cooking. While the quinoa is cooking, we're going to prepare our tomatoes. I have 6 medium-sized tomatoes here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tray that I have prepared. I'm going to take the tomato and I'm going to cut the top off, kind of the way you do a pumpkin, because I'm going to leave the top intact, because I'm going to put that back on there before we bake them. So I'm just going to take at a bit of an angle, cut into the tomato, all the way around to remove the cap. I'll just remove a little bit of the hard part under the stem to make it kind of flat like we would for a, same way we would a jack-o'-lantern. And then I'll just take a knife and cut through some of the harder veins inside the tomato. Take a little knife and scoop out the middle, or a little spoon. Scoop out the middle. Hollow it out, because that is where our quinoa is going to go. This will be great once we can use garden ripe tomatoes. The stuff from the store is not the same. There we have 1 hollowed out little tomato. What we're going to do is we're going to salt and pepper the inside of the tomato and put them upside down on the rack, so that all the extra juices can drip out while we're finished preparing the rest of them and while our quinoa is cooking. So I'm just going to continue doing that. I'll get the rest of these tomatoes ready and I'll meet you back here. So now I have my hollowed out tomatoes. I've taken all the insides out of them. Now we're just going to put in a little bit of pepper. A little sprinkle of salt. Now we're just going to flip them upside down so that the juices run out, so they're not quite as wet when we're ready to stuff them. Now we just have to wait for the quinoa to finish. Welcome back! So my quinoa is all cooked up now. That took about 20 minutes to cook up. First you just turn it up to medium to high to get it to boil. Once it starts boiling, you turn it down to low, keep the lid on, and it takes about 15-20 minutes for it to cook. So I have my quinoa all cooked up and steamy. I am going to add to that my Philadelphia cream cheese. Today I'm using the garlic and herb flavored cream cheese. It's full of flavor. Basically, it makes a great dish out of having to use only a few key ingredients. So I'm going to add, this is 1/3 cup. I need 2/3 cup. I'm going to get a little more here. This stuff is really tasty. I'm really liking trying out some of the new flavors and seeing what they do to the dish. also going to add some fresh chopped parsley. Stir it up. The hot quinoa, it doesn't take very long for the cream cheese to melt in and get all nice and sticky and gooey. Alright, now that's all mixed up. We're ready to put it into our tomatoes. I have a baking dish here that I'm going to use. And I'm going to take the tomatoes that have been sitting upside down. They have salt and pepper inside and they've drained a little bit of their juice. I'm just going to take some of this hot quinoa mixture. We're going to stuff it into the tomatoes. Fill them up. Have them come out the top a little bit. It's all good. And just place it into our baking dish. I came up with this recipe because I was thinking of a side dish that I could make, but I wanted to do something that my family would eat. And I thought of different things like cream spinach using herb cream cheese, and I was thinking of a broccoli dish, but those aren't really things that my family enjoys on a regular basis. We do like the filling of stuffed mushrooms, but my husband's the only one that actually likes, or sorry, stuffed peppers. My husband's the only one that likes the pepper though. So I thought of what else I could stuff, and tomatoes came to mind because my kids and I all like tomatoes. So we gave it a try and stuffed the tomatoes. I baked it and the kids loved it. So we'll just finish stuffing these up. I'm making 6 tomatoes. It looks like there's enough filling here that you could maybe do another 2 or 3 tomatoes. But the filling reheated actually is really good even just with crackers or on bread, or as is. So I have my 6 tomatoes on here now. We're just going to take these little caps and just lightly put them back on the tomatoes. Sort of a cute little spring look. They have their little summer hats on. And that's it. Now we're going to put them in the oven at 375. I have my oven preheated. We're going to put them in there for about 20 minutes, and I'll see you back here then. Here it is, piping hot right out of the oven. They smell fantastic. I'm going to take a little sprig of fresh parsley and just stick it into the quinoa stuffing. Give it a little bit more color. There you go, herb and garlic cream cheese, making us fantastic creamy quinoa stuffed tomatoes. These stuffed tomatoes look so good, I can't wait to try one. Just going to scoop it out. The tomatoes gotten tender but not mushy, which is perfect. Still juicy. Piping hot. Definitely 2 thumbs up. Thanks for joining me today. See you next time. This is good. I don't say it tastes good just for the camera. This stuff is really good.